So tell me, why do you trade?
Well, I trade because I want to make money.
No, tell me again, why do you trade?
I trade because I don't want to work for anybody else. I'm tired of giving my money to somebody else and working towards somebody else's dreams.
Again, why do you trade?
I'm trading because I want to take care of my family and I want to have the things I always dreamed of.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Why do you trade?
I trade because I want my freedom back.
Hello everyone, my name is Tammy. If you've gained access to this video, then kudos to you because you've made a very smart choice. I am a Forex accountability coach. My primary objective is to help you create direction and vision to reach your goals while holding you accountable in the process. Now I know that sounds very basic, but you and I both know that if it were that easy, you wouldn't be watching this video. I commend your passion for taking the steps to further educate yourself, not on how to trade, but how to overcome your cognitive flaws that's holding you back. It's not easy to admit there's a problem when you've spent countless hours learning a craft you know actually work. It's hard and I get it, but now you've reached me and I'm here to help you eliminate as many avoidable losses as possible. So let's get started. This video simply because I wanted to help other people. No, I created this video because a few years back I experienced the worst time of my life. Let me explain. During that time, I was in graduate school. My goal and passion have always been to help others overcome trauma and difficult obstacles. I literally live, breathe, and dream of helping others in a psychological capacity. I also had a goal of moving across the country with my fiance. So my plan was to finish school and he planned to return to trading in the Forex market. His first year back, he made close to $1 million. And just as fast as he made that money, he lost it all. That was the first time I had ever seen him so deeply depressed. This experience wreaked havoc on our relationship. Because of the adrenaline rush of making so much money in such a short period of time, he was addicted and had to invest more money. This investment caused a huge financial strain on our relationship and our life. This experience didn't stop him from pursuing his goal of figuring out what went wrong. It only made him stronger to overcome his failure, acknowledge his success, and keep moving forward. Well, for me, it only pissed me off. We were struggling so bad that I was contemplating leaving him. Instead of giving up, I started to educate myself on Forex. I even started learning how to trade myself. He taught me how to trade, and he even explained where he went wrong. I would often ask, "Why did you make that play?" And his response would be, "I was afraid or doubtful. Sometimes I had anxiety." So I would ask, "But you've learned this, so why didn't you follow it?" By working with my fiance, I realized that the choices he made were merely all psychological. When you experience loss, that's trauma, and that can cause doubt, anxiety, and fear. But hey, that's what I went to school for. He knew every part of trading. His plan was unstoppable, and so was his emotions. He even trained others on his plan. They made money, then lost it, and made money again. It was like a virus that was spreading to each and every trader. So we put our heads together and we figured out a plan. So here I am today. I created the Mindfulness Bootcamp for Forex traders. And just to be clear, a Forex accountability coach is not a mentor or a counselor or a psychiatrist or a consultant, we help guide you to uncover your true skills that you have been carrying all along. I'm going to briefly go over every part that helps you transform your mindfulness behaviors. So these slides is merely a format of tools you need to be successful. What makes this program a success is your commitment to your personal journey. Working with a coach, such as myself, will help guide you through your journey step by step as you begin to have more gains and less loss. It is easy to pursue your goals when everything is according to plan, right? But it is persistence and committed effort that will make your goals a reality in your life. I want to help identify your biggest threats and your challenges in advance of their reoccurrences and work with you to develop a strategy for addressing the barriers to your commitment. So, what we will cover is the definition of bootcamp, maladaptive mindset, areas of destruction, fear, anxiety, and greed. Then we'll transition over to building resilience, goals for the future, attacking your triggers, learning from your past, the golden plan, and words of affirmation. And then I'll end the presentation with my contact info if you choose to work with me one-on-one with one-on-one sessions. Mindset Bootcamp is the foundational tool developed for traders and used to reprogram their cognitive thinking to adapt in the presence of challenging circumstances while maintaining a stable mental well-being. Some of the most common maladaptive behaviors in the mind is fear, anxiety, doubt, greed, and anger. Most times, while people are having these feelings, they are secretly suffering inside. They are too ashamed to express it because to them, it can appear as if they are giving up on their goals. It's a psychological war going on inside, causing them extreme torture. These are common areas of destruction I'm sure some of you have experienced. Not locking in your trade, not placing a stop loss, the constant struggle between greed versus anxiety or doubt and fear, threats of losing a trade, overtrading, jumping in a trade too soon or jumping in a trade too late. All of these examples are caused by fear, anxiety, doubt, and greed. Can you remember a time when you first started trading and you took off like a rocket? Yeah, that's because in the beginning, you didn't suffer from any of these emotions. They were non-existent. But the moment you started winning, your anxiety increases, and that is followed by a loss. That's because your greed kicked in. After that experience, you started to develop self-doubt and fear. So after that, you start to educate yourself, trying to figure out, where did I go wrong? So you learn new moves, convincing yourself that was the problem. You needed to learn more. And it's good to learn new trades and continue to educate. But what if that wasn't the case? What if it was your emotions that took over the wheel and started trading for you? When you experience this, it is always important to follow your instinct. When you feel your anxiety after winning, that is your emotion telling you to make an irrational move. At that point, you should have stopped. But that anxiety tells you to make an irrational move, and that feeling is uncomfortable and tense about making that next move because 9 times out of 10, it's probably not the best move because it wasn't thought out and planned like your first trade was, which was the winning trade. When you feel confident and have low to minimum anxiety, your instinct is probably telling you that you know what you're doing, you've planned it out, so go for it. Your emotions is connected to your subconscious thinking. That's the signal, that's what sends the signal to you when you know the knowledge. And when you don't, it sends that signal to you also. So don't ignore your instinct. One thing to always remember in the world of Forex, history will always repeat itself. So follow your plan. If you don't feel you have received adequate training in Forex, please be sure to contact me after the video and I'll provide you with an excellent trainer. Fear. Most people say fear is false evidence appearing real. I say fear is finally experiencing asinine robbery. Because when fear takes over your body, It's also going to take over your trading, allowing you to rob yourself. So when you finally come to your senses, you're thinking to yourself, what the heck just happened? Anxiety is the natural response you get when someone tells you there's no earning cap in the Forex market. Anxiety can also cause you to blow your account. I mean, come on, let's be real. How many of you have looked onto Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube and seen all of these mega filthy rich Forex traders? And then just the fact of finally seeing an attainable goal, making an obscene amount of money, just knowing that it's reachable is so realistic, you start panting, you have sweaty palms, even asthma attacks. I know asthma isn't good, but this is kind of like the good part of anxiety. But wait, slow down. Because there's this hater I know called the bad anxiety, and it'll greet you at the Forex door waiting to rip you a new one. Have you ever cut your profits short while letting your losses run? Yeah. You were hoping the market will reverse so you can gain your profit back. Or have you ever lost the last 2 trades so you double your lot size in the hopes of getting your money back? Yeah, that's the bad part of anxiety. It can cause you to blow your entire account. So stop, slow down, and reboot. When you feel yourself becoming uncomfortable about the potential and opportunities, make sure you work on controlling your anxiety, because it will cause you to make the worst decisions and also cause you to mentally self-sabotage. As mentioned earlier, breathe, reboot, clear your head, and come up with a game plan. Have you ever noticed that right after you win a trade, you lose one? This can be caused by your emotion, causing you to jump back in without a proper signal telling you to jump in. This means you were pip high from your winnings. Being pip high can end your trading career just as fast as it started it. Can you see where I'm going with this? When you're pip high, you'll start seeing or mentally creating patterns of opportunities that aren't even there. You derail from your plan and really start convincing yourself to jump in subconsciously, all because you had a successful win. It's like your body experiences a rush of anticipation, causing you to be less conscious of your actions, exposing weak spots that can lead to loss. Slow down. After a win, take it all in and congratulate yourself on following your plan. Gather yourself and reboot. Review what you've done and how you succeeded. Plan your next realistic move based off your trading plan. The happiness and rush you are experiencing is the dopamine you are releasing from your brain. It connects to the reward system, sending your body feelings of pleasure. It's all good, but can be bad too. Because as you see, it can lead to irrational actions out of excitement and greed. This can happen even to the most experienced traders. But these are also the type of trades that I want to help you to avoid. Trading while pip high is actually one of the easiest ways to lose money. So stick with your strategy. Make sure you are present and aware and not pip high. See, as you look at this diagram, it clearly shows the significant role the psychological factors play into trading. 60% demands self-discipline and working on your core issues. Only 10% is trading. And the money, well, that's only 30%. Because if your mind is in the game, you will make the right move and the money will come automatically. Now take a look at this picture. This guy is panting. He obviously has anxiety and he's obviously stressed out with doubt, fear, the whole 9 yards. Again, slow down, breathe, and reboot. Don't let anxiety, fear, doubt, or greed take over. Take your time. Now it's time to reboot. Let's work on you. Here are some key things to get started. Show yourself compassion. Be your own support. Acknowledge and accept what happened, and have patience and let go of judgment. We naturally build resilience. However, developing resilience is a personal journey. It is the most effective strategy to take in order to reset your mind. This doesn't mean that you won't ever experience difficulty or distress, because emotional pain and sadness is very common, especially in those who have suffered from major adversity or trauma. Keep in mind that on your journey to building resilience, it involves a considerable amount of an emotional roller coaster, because you are reprogramming out old behaviors for new ones. Just know that everyone has resilience. This involves new behaviors, new thoughts, new actions. The most important factors in building resilience is setting yourself some goals with a strategy to achieve them. Developing a plan to attack your triggers, because even though you're making goals for yourself, your triggers will try to stop you and they'll pop up. Your goals should consist of attacking your triggers as well as making attainable trades. It is also important to learn from your mistakes, so continuing education is important. Then last but not least, follow your plan. With goals in mind, just be sure that you follow the SMART plan, making sure your plan is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time specific. Your goals should also include a caring, supportive relationship inside and outside your family. You want to always connect with people who love and support and encourage you. This will also help you with reassurance. Creating those realistic goals with steps to reach them helps bring your vision to life. These goals should be daily. Once you have mastered a new behavior, then move your goals to weekly, and so forth and so on. It is important to increase your communication with other traders in the Forex community. Exchange your frustrations, gain clarity on specific moves, and also help others. Educate them with the skills you have learned, because that builds retention and confidence. One of the most important is to develop skills to address strong feelings and impulses. Accepting that change is not only a part of life, but a part of living, means that now you are ready to change your mindset, emotions, and behaviors. This means you are now attacking your triggers. You avoid seeing a crisis as unavoidable problems. You tell yourself that you have the power to control how you respond. Rather than walking away, freaking out, or telling yourself you give up, you take action. Acknowledge your emotions and your thoughts. Stop and reboot. Fix the problem, then reach out to your support, and finally, rely on yourself and your trading community. Become aware of your emotions. Look at the cycle that you experience. It starts with the belief and thoughts that you have. That actually creates your feelings. And then your feelings create your actions, and your actions create your trade. If you use the same cycle with belief in yourself, then your results will be a successful trade. Nurture a positive view of yourself. Develop confidence in your abilities to solve problems. Trust your instincts. So if you know the move you're considering is not in your plan, then don't increase your anxiety by making that move. This is a common strategy of feeling stressed because you're trying to decide whether or not you want to give away your money when you know you really don't want to. Keep things into perspective and avoid blowing your account. Keep a hopeful outlook, staying optimistic, meaning you expect good things will happen. Visualize what you want rather than worrying about fear. When you stay hopeful, you influence yourself to stick with your strategy. Then your thoughts will be more positive, causing positive emotions. Then those positive emotions will cause positive actions, equaling to positive results, which leads to freedom. Isn't that what we all want? Our ultimate goal is freedom. Just a reminder, in the world of Forex, history will always repeat itself. So follow your plan. Learn from your past mistakes. Go back and look at your past mistakes. Identify the trigger and ask yourself, was it fear, anxiety, anger, doubt, or greed? Be honest. How did it affect you? Do you find it helpful to think of important people while you're in distress? Did you reach out for support? Have you learned anything about yourself? How do you treat others while you're in distress? Has it been helpful to help others struggling in the market? Have you been able to overcome obstacles? How did you do it? What have helped you feel more hopeful? The golden plan. Now, finally, follow your plan. Continue to educate yourself always. Help educate others because repetition helps with retention. And that actually helps you to change your behaviors and attack your triggers at the same time. Surround yourself with positive people because you're going to come across people who may say negative things about the Forex market. And that's because they just don't understand it. You don't need to convince anybody. Stay focused and work on building your empire. Allow your positive emotions to flourish around positive, supportive people. And last but not least, always remember that the only thing holding you back is you. Now, these last couple slides are really serious words to live by and words to speak into existence. Some of you may have your own words of affirmation, and that is amazing because you need these things to stay focused and to keep going. I really like words of affirmation. I feel like by repeating them daily, you are speaking these affirmations into your life. It also means you are exercising your brain to transition over to positive thinking and vibes. Words of affirmation will help you in all aspects of your life. It will help you look for your self-discovery within yourself and help you to see how much you have changed since starting your journey. Please read these words of affirmation, repeat them, memorize them, live by them. Now, I hope this video provided you with the foundational tools you needed to start your journey to improving your trading career. I know this was a lot of information, and that's why it's a boot camp. It can be a bit overwhelming, and unfortunately, this was only the basics. Working with a Forex accountability coach will provide you with these tools along with so much more to help you succeed. This process is not something that can happen overnight. However, it is attainable. I encourage you to contact me via Telegram app to start your journey of mindfulness trading. I am available to work with you one-on-one via phone for 1-hour sessions, and I'm also available to answer any questions regarding the program. Please message me and I will send you the link to set up an appointment and we can get started from there. Happy mindfulness trading.